Welcome. Get yourself comfortable. This is just a story, a little tale about a hotel buffet. Nothing more. You don't need to do anything. Just listen and let the story happen. Breathe in deeply and let it go. Now, imagine you've been traveling all day. A conference, a trip, a visit. The details don't matter. What matters is that you've arrived at your hotel in the evening, and you're tired, and you're hungry. You've paid for the room. You've paid for the meal plan. You've paid for everything, and now you want what you paid for. You walk down to the dining room. The sign outside says Evening Buffet open now. You push the door, and the warmth hits you first. Warm lights, soft music, the low hum of other guests already seated and eating, glasses clinking softly, silverware moving. A large room, elegant, comfortable, not too fancy. Round tables with white cloths, red upholstered chairs. Mirrors on the walls, reflecting the candlelight back. A chandelier overhead. You belong here. You've paid to belong here. And then the smell hits you, and you pause in the doorway, and you breathe in. Breathe it in deeply. And again. Roasted meats, fresh bread, warm sauces, melted cheese, something sweet baking somewhere. Your mouth fills with saliva before you've even taken a step. You swallow hard. Your stomach answers with a small, tight growl. You didn't realize just how hungry you were. But now you know. Now you're ready. The host nods you toward a table. A small round one by the wall. Perfect. You sit. A clean plate is already there. Silverware, a napkin folded into a little fan, a water glass, a small carafe of water on the side of the table. Everything is ready for you. You look around the room. Other guests. A well-dressed older couple at one table, leaning over their plates. A family of 4 nearby, laughing at something. A businessman eating alone at the window, phone next to his plate. A group of women in smart dresses sharing wine. All normal. All completely normal. A Tuesday evening at a nice hotel. Exactly what you expected. And then your eyes find the buffet, and everything else fades. The buffet runs along the far wall, long, very long. Silver chafing dishes under warm lamps, lids partly lifted to release the steam. A carving station at one end with a chef in a white hat gently slicing rare beef. A soup station, a pasta station. 3 different kinds of bread in woven baskets. A dessert table at the end with cakes and tarts, and a silver bowl piled with fresh strawberries. Sauces in small copper pots. Cheese on a wooden board, fruit. Vegetables, everything. All of it, ready for you to take. Your mouth waters again. You swallow. You don't even notice you swallowed. Your body has already decided what it wants to do next. You stand up. You pick up your plate. And you walk to the buffet. And here's the moment. Here is the small, quiet, unwatched moment where you could do one thing, or you could do another. You know there's plenty of food. You know you can always come back for seconds. You know that what you take, you should eat, and what you don't eat, you shouldn't take. You know this. And you ignore it, Because you've paid. Because everything smells so good. Because you don't want to have to get up twice. Because the older couple over there has their plates absolutely piled high and nobody's judging them. Because this is a buffet, and a buffet is where you take what you want, as much as you want. That's the whole point. That's what you paid for. And so you begin to serve yourself. You start with the carving station. The chef gives you 2 slices. You ask for another, and another. He smiles and keeps slicing. You say yes, please, one more time, and he adds a 4th. Your plate is already heavier than you expected. You move on, pasta. You take a ladle of the cream sauce one, then a ladle of the tomato one on top, because you want both. A little mushroom risotto on the side, just in case. You add a roasted potato or 2. A spoon of the vegetables, because you should have vegetables, but only a spoon, because they're not the point, bread. You take 2 slices, then a 3rd. Bread is always good. Bread soaks up sauces. You're at the sauce pots now. A drizzle of gravy over the meat. A ladle of béarnaise, because why not? A dollop of the mushroom reduction, because you recognize the smell. Cheese. A small wedge, you promise yourself. You take 3. You stand back. You look at your plate. It is heavy. It is piled. Gravy is running over the edge onto the plate's rim. You have more food than any reasonable person needs. And somewhere in the quiet, honest part of your mind, you know this is too much. You know you won't finish all of it. You know you will eat what you can, and the rest will get scraped into the bin, the way most buffet plates end. But that's how it goes. That's what everyone does. And the food smells so good. You carry your plate back to your table. Other guests glance up, smile, nod politely. Nobody is surprised. Nobody is judging. They've got full plates too. You sit down. You pick up your fork. And you take the first bite. And your eyes close. The flavors rush in, all of them at once. The salt of the meat, the richness of the sauce, the softness of the pasta, the sweetness of the gravy. Everything you chose, combining in your mouth into one warm, thick, satisfying wave. You chew slowly at first. Your body softens into the chair. Your shoulders drop. A small sound rolls out of your chest. A soft, pleased hum, almost a moan. You didn't mean to make it. It just happened. The first bite is the best bite. But the second bite is not far behind. And neither is the third. You eat steadily. Your fork doesn't stop. You didn't realize you were going to eat this fast, but your body is in charge now, not your manners. Your body wants more. Your body is already planning the next forkful before the current one has been swallowed. And here is the quiet truth of the moment. This is happening, and you want it to happen. Your hunger is leading, and your hunger is right. There is no conflict in you. No little voice saying slow down. The food is disappearing into you, and the disappearance feels good, and the feeling of it being good is part of the disappearing. 2 truths, 1 sensation. That's why there's no resistance. That's why none of this feels wrong. You chew. You swallow. You scoop. You take another bite. A small thread of gravy slides down your chin, and you catch it with your thumb, and you lick your thumb without thinking. It tastes good. Your thumb tastes good. Your whole self is full of this now. You lift your head for a moment, just to breathe, just to take a sip of water. And when you look across the room, something is different. You don't quite understand at first. The room looks the same. Same warm lights, same chandelier, same mirrors, same tables, same guests. But the guests, you look again, slower this time, and your jaw stops mid-chew. The older couple at the table across from you, in their suits and dresses, laughing softly between bites. They have round pink faces, flat round snouts, small dark eyes set close together, ears that point up and twitch when they laugh, hooves, dark and delicate, holding the silverware. They are pigs, dressed in human clothes, eating at a table in a hotel dining room. Your eyes move. The family of four pigs. The father pig cutting a piece of meat into smaller bites for one of the smaller pigs. The mother pig sipping her wine with a practiced little grip on the glass stem. They are laughing. Nobody looks wrong to them. They are pigs, and they are having a pleasant dinner. The businessman by the window, pig, in a very nice jacket, checking his phone between bites, a silver fork in his hoof. The group of women with wine, 4 pigs in smart dresses. One laughs and throws her head back, and you see the little row of small flat teeth, the pink muzzle, the quiver of the jowl. You hold very still. You can feel your heart beating. You can feel the fork still in your hand, heavy. You can feel the piece of meat you were about to bite halfway to your mouth. You can feel, very faintly, the saliva still running in your mouth. And here's what happens next. Here's the thing that will decide the rest of the story. You do not scream. You do not stand up. You do not run. You do not put down the fork, because the meat smells too good, because the sauce is still warm, because your plate is still mostly full, because the taste in your mouth is still unbelievably rich, and the next bite is already on the fork, and your jaw is already tired of waiting, and you are hungry, and you are hungry, and you are hungry. And so slowly you close your mouth around the fork, and you chew. And now the truth of this moment arrives in you, soft and warm and absolutely certain. You have seen what the others are, and you will not stop eating. Not because you can't, because you don't want to. The more you see, the more you eat. The more you eat, the more you see. The more you see, the more comfortable it becomes. The more comfortable it becomes, the more you eat. There is no way out of this loop, because you're not looking for a way out. You chew. You swallow. You take another bite. The pigs around you chat and laugh softly, unbothered. They were always here. You just couldn't see them before. Now you can. It doesn't change anything. It changes everything. Both at the same time. Both true at once. And as you eat, something else begins to happen. Something in you. Something you notice, and then you don't notice, and then you notice again, and then you don't. Your chair feels smaller, or you feel larger. One or the other. You don't bother to decide. Your shirt feels tighter across the chest, across the belly. The belt at your waist presses gently into skin that wasn't pressing into it before. Your skin feels warm, very warm, a little flushed. The color of your forearms when you glance down is a gentle pink that wasn't quite there before. and your face feels odd. The front of it, specifically heavier, a little more present. Your jaw feels thicker when you chew. Your nose feels lower, closer to your mouth. But the food is in your mouth, and the food is good, and you're not going to stop chewing to check. Your body is filling out the way it was always meant to. And that phrase, that particular phrase, can be heard two ways. It can be heard as a punishment, a consequence. You ate too much. You are becoming what you ate. You deserved this. That is one way to hear it. And it can be heard another way. Finally, your body finally becoming what it always wanted to be, finally allowed to take up its honest shape. No more pretending. No more holding in. Finally round. Finally soft. Finally sated. Both hearings are true. Both are yours. Both happen at once. You take another bite. The pig woman at the next table glances over at you. Just a polite glance. She smiles. Her smile is a pig's smile, a soft lift of the muzzle, a gentle gleam in her small dark eye. She nods at you welcoming, as if she knows something, as if she has known something for a while. You nod back. Your head moves differently than it used to, heavier, slower, but still a nod. You reach for the water carafe to refill your glass. You pick it up, and as you lift it, you see your reflection in the curved glass. A pig looks back at you, pink, round-faced, small, dark eyes, a flat, round snout in the middle of the face, curling slightly at the sides, small ears pointed up, twitching faintly, a double chin of soft pink flesh tucked under the jaw, a little strand of gravy clinging to the corner of the mouth. You hold the carafe in your hand. You do not put it down. You do not drop it. You do not cry out. You hold it there, and you look at the reflection, and the reflection looks back at you, and the two of you consider each other. And something in your chest that was waiting for this moment, that was secretly waiting for exactly this moment, finally, quietly exhales. There you are. There you finally are. You set the carafe down. You do not look at it again. You pick up your fork. There is still food on your plate. You eat it, and when your plate is empty, you push back your chair. It scrapes a little because you are heavier now, and the chair has to work harder than before. You stand up. Your legs feel shorter. Your balance is lower to the ground. Your clothes sit on you strangely, as if they were tailored for a body you no longer quite have. You walk back to the buffet, because there is still food there. There is always more food at a buffet. That is the whole point of a buffet, and you have paid for this. You take a fresh plate, bigger this time, or maybe the same plate, and your hands are smaller. Your hands, you look down. Your hands are hooves, small, dark, two-toed, neat at the edges, holding the rim of a porcelain plate with a precision you do not remember learning. You do not stop moving. You do not hesitate. You go to the carving station. The chef in his white hat looks down at you kindly and begins to slice. He knows you. He slices slowly, carefully, generously. You nod at him. He nods back. Neither of you speaks. You move down the line. You take everything, not because you choose carefully, because choosing has left you. Your body simply takes pasta, bread, sauce, cheese, dessert piled on top of savory, because there are no rules anymore. because the rules were for someone else. The rules were for the person you used to be. You are not that person now. You carry the plate back to your table. You sit down on the chair, which has somehow adjusted to fit you, or you have somehow adjusted to fit it. You don't look too closely. You don't need to look. You eat, and this time the food is even better than before, because now there is nothing in the way. No doubt, no resistance, no little voice, no shame, just the food and your mouth and the slow, happy work of taking it all in, piece by piece, swallow by swallow. The older couple at the other table lift their glasses in your direction. A quiet toast. Welcome, they seem to say, without words. Welcome home. You lift your glass back. Your hoof grips it better than a hand ever did. You drink. You eat. And that's the story. Just a story. A little tale about a hotel buffet. Nothing more. Your body can come back whenever you want. Your eyes can open whenever you choose. Nothing has changed. You are exactly the same person you were before this story started. Or maybe you're not. Maybe a small part of you, somewhere quiet, is still sitting at that table. Still holding that fork. Still tasting that sauce. Still recognizing that reflection and, very quietly, accepting it. Only you know which one. And whenever in your actual life you find yourself standing at a buffet and you pick up the serving spoon, you will feel a small pause. Just for a breath. A tiny private decision point. You will hear somewhere in the back of your mind the soft, warm clink of silver on porcelain and the low, contented sounds of a dining room full of pigs. And you will take a little less than you meant to, or you will take much more. And you will know, in that moment, exactly which kind of guest you are. Good pig, rest well.